We are back with another episode of Middle-Aged Mamas. But we have a middle-aged dad with us today. We get the male perspective from Deon, Don's brother. Don't they look like twins, you guys?
Aww, they do.
We are so glad you stopped by to chat with us. But before we get started, I was opening a Tylenol bottle this morning. And I couldn't figure out if you're supposed to keep the cotton in the bottle or take it out forever. And I was like, I should know this by
now. That's like a preference though, right?
I am 48 years old. But, no, am I 48? I'm 47 years old.
You should know that.
You should know
I should know.
You should know your age by now.
Don't you forget sometimes?
I do.
Because you start moving into the next age and you can't remember. So anyway, do you keep that cotton in the bottle or you take it out?
I thought it was.
You keep it in?
I used to think that when I was younger.
Well, what purpose does it serve?
I think it's just freshness. It's like and a moisture. It keeps the moisture
because
away.
they have that little thing in there too.
What thing?
Sometimes
That little
Sometimes they don't
patches
have
thing.
the
That's for
little-
freshness.
But sometimes they don't have
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't have that.
I throw
Sometimes
it all
will just
away.
be
Especially your prescription. Like I have a prescription as well that has the cotton inside, and every day I take the cotton out,
And it
take
doesn't
my
have that
pill,
little
stuff
packet
the
in
cotton
there.
back
Yeah,
in.
sometimes they don't have the.
Well, what
the
about if the foil is on it too? Do you just lift
No,
the
that
foil a little
don't
bit,
do
or you
that.
take all the foil?
Yeah,
The
you gotta
foil
take the
doesn't
foil
matter?
off. Yeah, you gotta take that foil
I poke a hole through the foil,
Oh
and so
my
there's still foil remnants, and it has to go through past the
Oh
cotton
my
through the
goodness.
foil.
What do you
But
think
again,
that does for you?
I don't
take
know.
everything
No one
out.
has ever said, "Do you keep the cotton in or take it off?"
Are there instructions? Is there anything on the bottle that?
They don't
Have
say
you
that
ever?
on
Do you
there.
keep the cotton in?
No.
I think it just depends on how I feel. Sometimes I throw it away. Sometimes I keep it. But the
Okay.
freshness thing, I thought when he was talking about keeping it fresh for the the cotton.
You think the
I
cotton
thought
keeps
there was
the
a little
medicine fresh?
there's a little thing.
Sometimes,
There's a little
yes.
packet in there.
Sometimes.
Like with seaweed, the little
Yeah.
That little
Oh, is that
packet.
what's in there?
yeah.
But then with pills, I don't really remember seeing that freshness
I just saw it
packet
the
in
other
there
day.
in the pills.
In
used to pull
Tylenol,
the
yeah,
eye.
and things like
But don't you
Tylenol,
think there should be
Advil.
an answer? Are you supposed to keep it or not?
There
Well,
should
it
be.
might
I
be
think you're
written
supposed to
somewhere.
keep
We
it.
just never looked for it.
Okay, so Deon says you keep it.
I
What do
think
you
you
say,
keep it.
Don?
I throw it away.
I don't care.
But you throw it away because someone told you to throw it
I
away?
just throw it away because
You're like, I don't need this anymore.
don't need it.
Okay, so that brings me to
And it's easy access if it's thrown away. Because I don't want to have
Just
to
open up
each
the bottle and
time
pour.
take out the
Right.
cotton.
right.
I just like to shake.
It keep it dry, because most of the time, if you got pills, you got it in the bathroom. You
Well,
know,
when is-
Oh, is that what
shower,
it's for?
moisture.
But
Yes,
when
to
do
keep the
pills
moisture
ever
out.
get wet?
Because you got the cotton in there.
I don't. I throw the
You got
cotton
the
away.
cotton there.
I throw it away.
Okay, well, if anyone is in the pharmaceutical field, please write in or DM us and tell us this answer because I felt a little dumb thinking, why don't I know the answer if you're supposed to keep the cotton in or out?
Oh,
So,
my.
Dawn, what is something that you should know the answer of by now at your big age?
Why is my age so big?
All right, just a big age.
It's not that big, but okay. So I don't think there's something that I need to know the answer to, but there is something that I don't know how to do.
Okay,
And I was talking to a friend the other day Selena, she was our guest.
right.
And she was going to a girlfriend's house and she said her friend was going to put some meat on the grill, like a woman. As much as I enjoy cooking, I do not know how to use a grill. I don't know how, I
You don't know how to start
know.
a fire.
The whole process.
I just learned.
I
Still
don't,
working on that too.
I don't know. Okay, you too. I don't know how much coal you need to put in there.
Neither
I don't
do
know
I.
how to light it. I don't know if the fire's supposed to be going. I don't know if I do not know how to grill.
Right.
And I love eating meat that has been grilled and vegetables, but my husband doesn't cook. Unlike William, who is a wonderful cook, and I enjoy eating his food whenever I come over, my husband does not cook, but he grills.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say because
Yeah,
really
he
typically
grills.
as a man's thing, but Deon's saying he doesn't know how to do it.
But Dion knows how to
I
cook.
could cook.
He
I
can-
could
Oh, but
keep
you
my
can't
hands
work the
on it.
grill?
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
But I still don't know like the proper amount of like coal and you know,
Yeah.
something. Do I want to use lighter fluid? You know, I went and got the gas grill for a while, and that thing just got warped from the weather and barely use it. Hated it. Oh, when you want to grill, you ain't got no more gas. So
Right.
I used to hate that, and then I got the charcoal, and now I'm like, oh, I want to pour this lighter fluid on it. Now my food smell like smell like gas.
Is it the propane? Like, is the gas?
Well,
when
yeah,
you
the
use
gas one is the propane. Yeah.
Oh.
But then when you when you want to use it, that stuff
If
is
you don't
out.
have
That stuff is
propane.
out. Then you got to go to the grocery store, take this 50-pound tank, pour it up, pop it in the trunk, and go get
my
another
goodness.
one and go back. And
Yeah, so I don't know how to.
I thought I was gonna blow myself up. So yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
Oh my
scared.
goodness.
I'm
We don't
scared
want
every
that.
time. Yeah, every time.
So, Dawn, are you gonna learn?
No,
Are you
I'm
just
gonna
gonna-
keep letting my husband do it because
Right.
the things that he does enjoy doing,
Mm-hmm.
if someone else learns how to do it, then he won't do
You'll
it
stop.
anymore.
Well, you
Right.
should maybe. Have you ever had him put your jerk chicken on?
Oh no, but I'm going to.
That would probably
I keep
really
that's on the list.
delicious.
You didn't know I make jerk chicken?
You didn't know about Dawn's
Oh.
jerk chicken? It is delicious. That's her specialty.
See, because this brother is not local.
Right.
He lives in Sacramento. He's here visiting, and so he doesn't know all of my specialties. He probably still remembers me as a kid.
Yeah, I remember spaghetti.
burning-
I remember her making spaghetti
Oh,
and
yeah.
cornbread.
and,
That's pretty
and
much-
tuna helper.
Oh, tuna helper.
Tuna-
And there was some other little casserole he used to do, but yeah.
Hamburger helper.
Yeah.
And then I would make my own casseroles.
Right.
But since I've learned how to like cook, I don't think you've gotten a chance to fully experience. Yeah.
So, Deon, what do you have? What should you know by now?
I guess the car, like me as a father and a man, I should know how to work a car, like under the hood and everything.
I was about to say, you don't know how to drive a car.
Nah, I mean, like change something, turn,
Like
take something out, put something back in.
Or,
Yeah, like
what about
all that. I don't
tires?
even, and I
You know
don't
how
like to be
change
dirty too
tires?
much. I know how to change the tire, but I don't like to be dirty too much.
Oh, then
And I
that's
be too
it.
fly all the time, so it's like I don't want to go
Oh,
lay
my
under a
goodness.
car, and I'm like,
What about your
There's a lot
classic?
of men like that. Though.
What about your classic car? You don't work on
I don't
that?
know. I get people to do that. No, they come
Oh
in.
my
Yeah.
goodness.
I like to get people to come to the house.
Okay,
You know.
whatever works. As long as you know how to make a
Hey,
phone
but
call.
I work like I'm a visual learner, so I can like watch them and be like, totally be with them and help them and do it.
Right.
Learn it myself. But
But then when it's time, you
when it's
won't.
my turn to do, like now I'm on YouTube. Like, no.
That's-
It's not your- it's- it
I need
sounds like
me.
it's
I need
just
me
not
one of
your
them.
thing.
One of them good old home mechanics. Come on, I'll give you some beers. I'll grill some. It might smell like gas.
Some pizza.
Right.
But I guess as long as you know how to make a phone call, that's all that really matters.
Okay.
If you need to know who to call, you might not know how to
Right,
do
yeah.
it, but you can call somebody to get it done.
Yeah, now I need to know who to call because when he ain't local, when you ain't no born and raised somewhere, you.
Right.
So yeah.
That's funny. Camila, what you got?
I am still directionally challenged.
You
Like, I don't
sure
know
are.
my left from my right. Like still, I just keep this way, that way.
You finally admit that. I've never heard you admit that.
Oh, well, I didn't know anyone else noticed it. But
No.
yeah.
Every time we're in the car and I say make a right and you get ready to
Oh, and I
go
go
left.
to the left.
You and your brother
Really?
they're the same. They don't know
So
their
it's
left and
not
their
like
right.
you're saying east and west. You're actually saying
No,
turn
left,
right.
left and right. I have
Really?
the hardest time. Yeah, I don't know why.
Both of them though.
Oh.
William is the same way.
Really?
Yeah. He won't admit it. Camila's admitting it.
What is that? Dyslexia?
No, I think that's
no.
just I don't know.
Because I'm good with east and west and north and south. I'm good with
But
that.
not right and left. That
No.
and it's typically the other way around.
I think that it just she has to take a beat and like think about it. Whereas
Yeah.
most people are just like, oh my left, oh my right.
Yeah, I'm bad.
And see, I'm the other way around because Martin would be like, and then you're gonna go west at the light. I'm like,
Yeah, I don't even know.
no. I need you to tell me left.
Yeah, don't give me no
right.
map directions here.
Don't start with the north south.
Give me no globe directions.
Globe directions.
No.
That is so funny.
No, I need the
Right.
right and the
Yeah.
left, and then sometimes this what you have to do. You have to put your hand up.
Yeah, sometimes I
You
have to
have to
do
do
that, and
Yeah,
people
that's
get so
what I do,
frustrated
when I was a
with
kid,
me.
I was like, yeah, I'm
The
right.
right.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, you would think once you know what, if you're left-handed or right-handed, you would.
I get confused
It would.
with that. Yeah, my right. Yeah.
It's ambidextrous, and then you
Then it's a
you
whole
really
nother
mess
thing.
yourself up.
Yeah.
That is so
Oh,
funny.
my
Virtually challenge.
Okay, so we got Deon here to fill us in on the aging process of men, because we're always talking about perimenopause, and we have a lot of male listeners and fans, and I'm sure they want to hear things that they go through as well.
And he's one of our biggest fans. So those of you that follow us on TikTok and you see that person that's always commenting, like multiple comments, as he's listening to the show, he will comment on each part. This is him.
I was like,
Okay, so I know growing gray hair is a big thing.
Yeah, I just dyed on mine.
Because do
you know?
you?
I just did it for the first time.
Oh, what?
Really?
Like,
Revelation.
A couple weeks ago, yeah.
Really?
Dyed your
Yeah,
hair?
yeah.
What did you dye?
Well, I mean, I colored it. I did the whole black, and then I did the back red or something.
Really?
You know.
Really?
Okay, so if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
Be 45 in
On
2 days.
Tuesday.
Wow.
2 days.
Yeah.
So it took all of this time to get some grays into where you felt like you had to color your hair?
I
'Cause
see-
I was liking
I see
it.
a little peeking out.
I was liking it. I was liking it.
Uh-huh.
But then I was like, oh.
because I think
This is a
women.
hard year, though. So I think a little more came out through stress and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I was a whole bunch came too fast, and I was like, oh, hell no.
So,
I think women generally like men with salt and pepper.
yeah, that
hair.
salt and pepper.
Yeah, no, I'm
That is sexy.
No, I'm aging gracefully. I know, I'm a beautiful black man.
Oh my
But
goodness.
but it was for me. It was for me, and I don't need
Right.
nobody. I don't need too many eyes on me. So yeah,
Oh wow.
Oh, okay.
So
didn't want
you
people
did it to
think you were
distract the people, the
there's a
women,
whole bunch
the
of
ladies.
things I do to distract ladies. Yeah,
Oh,
a whole bunch of things I do.
to keep the ladies at bay.
Even this weight I just put on is to distract.
Oh, that's
Too
why.
much. Too much.
Wait a
Too
minute.
much. It's too much.
You get a lot of
Oh.
attention.
Yeah, it's too much.
Is it your hair? Because a lot of women
No,
like
I'm just
long
not. I've
hair
been
and
pretty all my
dread.
life.
Oh,
I
my
hate ever know. I mean, women get in car accidents and stuff.
If this ain't Don's baby brother.
Serious?
Yeah.
People get into car accidents because they're looking at you. You need to stop.
I ain't tripping. I'm dead ass.
Wow.
I'm serious in the mud. It's really sad.
He's not lying.
Why are you saying this is my little brother? When do I? I mean, this is my little
Can't
brother.
deny him. Y'all look
What he
like
said? Oh, what
twins.
did he say? I'm pretty as a mug. So funny.
Wow.
Okay, so you only allowed a few grays to come in, and you were like, I need to.
No, it was a whole bunch. But
Really?
since I have dreads, it's like, I mean, it was a whole bunch for me.
Right.
Okay.
But I mean, I can count the mugs.
So do you think?
It's like 1,000. But then-
Really?
1,000.
But it was too much. Too much.
So
I
did
wasn't ready,
it
I wasn't
make
ready.
you feel old?
Yeah, after like the last couple months was really hard for me. So yeah, it seemed like a whole bunch came. So I was like, oh hell no. I was like, yeah. It looked, and I'm about to be 45. So I was like, damn, it looked like a whole year just killed me. So I was like,
Oh, so you just let me
I
bring
gotta-
it back
yeah,
and
yeah.
kind of start all over,
Yeah.
freshen up a little bit.
Yeah.
So when they come in the face, do you mind that? When they start coming back, because you know they're gonna come back.
But yeah, no, I don't care when they come back. But it was just,
It's crazy.
and then and then they're different. They're different, like
The texture is
yeah,
different.
yeah. So it'll just be like
Yeah.
Wiry.
Yeah.
Very wiry.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll just be in my beard though. But
Because I don't
No,
think
they
of
pull him
you
out.
like
I couldn't.
as middle age. I always think of him as my baby brother.
Yeah.
So it's hard to even think. And I think when you're with, I don't know if it's just me, but even when I'm with friends that I knew when I was young, when I get together with them,
Still feel
it
like-
puts me back
Right,
in that
right.
place. And so my relationship with him is he's my little brother. He's my baby brother, the one that I would baby, because by the time he was born, I was old enough to understand, and my other brother is 2 years younger than me. So I was still a baby when he was born. But by the time he was born, I was ready to like be a big sister, and I was able to help take care of him. So I think I always, I still look at him as as my baby brother.
As a baby, huh?
As a baby, even though he's about to be 45. Like when I thought today, like, how old is he? I know he has a birthday coming up. He's 6 years younger than me. I'm trying to like count back to see what is that. And yeah, I was shocked that you're about to be 45.
I know, it's scary.
Okay, so what is
Well, I
it?
have a question though.
Yeah, go ahead. Go for
Deon,
it.
for you. Can you speak to how men feel about women who have graying hair?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Versus how women see men, because
Don't
like
push
I
his
just
mic a little
said,
bit closer to
we
you.
see men with salt and pepper hair. We don't necessarily have an issue with it.
Right,
we think
right.
it's
That's so
distinguished. They're handsome. But like, what do men think about when they see women who are full out gray or have salt and
Sometimes
pepper
when I
hair?
see a woman with full, all their hair is gray.
And they still are young
and
in
they
the
look
face.
good. And they,
Yes.
I think it's beautiful. I think it's one of the most sexiest things. in the world.
Really? So you don't, it doesn't look aging to you at all?
No,
A full
'cause
head of gray hair?
Because if you bad, you bad.
That's true.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't. I've always liked older women in my life. You know, I've always liked older women. So yeah. No, they don't scare nothing about me.
Okay. Okay, Don, plug your ears for a second. What about gray down there?
What about it right down there? Well,
Oh, she's asking do men
and for
Yeah.
a woman?
Is
For
that-
a woman or a man?
Yeah, no, not for you. For a
Yeah.
woman. Should a woman be concerned? A single woman be concerned when they're dating that there's gray?
Well, most women I've ever been with, yeah, that's all. I don't get to see that.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I don't really. Most women that I would never, wouldn't be there.
Oh.
You know,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
people
Oh,
will-
did they take it off?
they would, you know.
So is it better to
manicured.
take it off
It's
or to
manicured.
keep
I
it
mean,
on if
well,
it's gray?
I mean, if it was, it wouldn't be there. I mean, most women they wouldn't have no hair down there. So, I mean, that's a preference that I prefer, and that's.
And that's been a thing for quite a long time.
Oh.
That's him. So.
Really?
For women
Yeah.
to
Us married
be
dads are
manicured
like,
down there.
Oh, those fur burgers, which
Or
Fur
or a
burgers?
strip. Or
What
something
is
like
a
that.
fur burger?
Probably a woman with a full out.
Wow.
I don't want to say bush. That's so.
Don needs some pearls to
Derogatory.
clutch.
fur burger.
A fur
Yeah, because you eat a
burger.
burger.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
He was going further.
This is
Don't make
He
me.
was going
this is the youth. This is the youth
Okay.
coming out. That
Gotcha.
that lingo that I don't get.
Right. So gray,
I mean,
a
that's
full
what I
head of
should
hair
know.
is
That's what I
beautiful.
should
Yeah,
know by now.
yeah.
Okay.
Gray hair is beautiful.
And that's in right now too. Like
What?
people are going like getting their hair
Dyed
dyed
gray. Yeah.
gray.
I used to want the
It's
back
like
of
a new
mine
thing.
dyed gray, yeah, but
Really?
Until it started coming for real.
well, yeah, it wasn't coming in the right area. But yeah, no, I like
no,
it.
no,
yeah.
that's okay.
You like the gray.
Mhm. But I never seen a woman with gray down there.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Interessante.
I just got my first couple.
Don't look.
Oh,
Wow.
really?
You plucked
Listen.
it?
Yeah, but then I have all the blonde hairs too that grow from my.
Well, I dated a man that manicured
having
himself
blonde hair is
completely.
like whatever mixed all up in us, all that stuff.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
You dated a man who what? Who had
Shaved himself. No, not plucked, shaved.
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
Is it
And were you
itchy?
surprised?
No.
Were you like, wait a minute?
Mm-mm.
It seems a little feminine.
It's clean.
Oh.
Sorry. Yeah. I didn't mind it.
But it's not like prickly.
No.
It was
probably
smooth.
waxing that thing.
Oh no! I mean, it's not smooth. Like if we were to wax our legs, it wasn't like that. They
Oh.
actually shaved.
And they don't get like shadow.
I don't know about all
Eventually,
that.
Yeah, like little
Eventually,
bumps
you
and
got it.
stuff.
I mean, I didn't live down there. I'm just telling you what I experienced.
She said, I
You
didn't
didn't
live
live
down
down
there.
there.
Okay, right.
That's so funny. Okay, so moving
I came to
on.
visit. I didn't live there.
You just did a drive-by.
Like she said, it was a date.
No, it wasn't a date because that makes me seem really
I
foolish. it.
I mean, no, not like
I didn't
that.
plant no flowers in the
Yeah,
yard.
It was long term, but
Yeah.
moments.
Gotcha.
Moving on.
Wait, now I lost my train of thought.
Me too.
Okay, so gray hairs is the only thing that men are concerned with as far as aging. Is there anything else that, or you just keep on moving?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
How about big numbers? Like when you turn 40, was that a thing?
When I turned 40, I like cried
You did.
because I was so happy that I made it as a
Oh.
black young man.
Wow.
So yeah, I cried, and I was like crying, and I was like laughing at the same time. Like,
Wow.
in the car by myself, and I was calling my buddies like, "I made it! I made it!"
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, but it was really powerful for me. Like,
Wow.
it was crazy.
And then now turning 45, how do you celebrate?
I don't know. I guess with a doctor and his finger in my butt or something like
Oh.
that.
Because now it's about
Now all the testing.
I'm
Yeah.
not looking forward to
now
that.
it's time.
Not at all.
Wow.
Yeah. well,
But what about like? Because I know, for us, one thing we talk about is like our joint, like getting up. I know when I had my birthday the other day.
cracking and popping.
Yeah, you know your brother-in-law is like Mr. Chipper, and so he's like "Happy birthday!" like singing, and I was just like and then he said na 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 because I was just like because every like I woke up, my arm hurt, my hips hurt, like on my birthday. So are you experiencing that already with just like stuff just hurting for no reason?
Yeah, but then when I'm in the gym, that stuff is happening.
Okay.
But then I have all the pains like from all the new muscles type of stuff.
Oh, that's true.
Did you say pain from new muscles?
Yeah.
What?
He's, things that
Because
he's
like
working out.
you can't like, especially in your back, you can't like get in between there and like
Oh,
even
okay.
like rub it out or do something. So it's just like
Right,
muscle on
right.
top of, and it's new. It's like so it's weird. It's a weird feeling.
Okay, so enough about that. So you have 2 sons, right? So how old are your sons?
18 and 13.
18 and 13. So how are you parenting the 18-year-old versus the 13-year-old? You know how the first kid gets all of the discipline and all of the...
That's exactly what happened.
Oh, really?
And he pointed out to me that you don't treat Kaylin the way you treat me, and I'm like I'm sorry, But then I have to tell him like son, parents aren't perfect, we're human just like you, I'm trying to get better, every day and get as a parent and a human being and man, every day I want to die right, just want to see what God is showing me every day. There's a lesson to learn every day. But yeah, then but once it's pointed out to me, then I have to try to check myself and maybe to go tell him to go clean his room up just to be
Tell
the little one to go.
and then look at Michael like, did a good job. But yeah, but there is a difference, and it does show. Kaylin is so but their personalities are so different, too.
Personalities are different.
So that's weird, but yeah, dealing with different people that are just so different and so opposite, and then knowing that I did some things. I think I'm a pretty great father in general across the board, but then yeah, that's the part that I lack with my younger son, and I need to get better, and I try to I have to keep on being really being focused on that. Because something happened recently, and I was like, then I had to hear it from their mother, and I was like, oh, I didn't want to hear it from you, but okay.
What is it that you needed that you were trying to hear, or that you didn't hear, that they were treated
just
the same or equal, or
well, yeah,
harder on
no,
one
like how
than
you
the
did this
other?
for Micah, but
I
you're
see.
not doing this for Kaylin, and Kaylin's starting to act out a little bit. They're both great kids, but things that I just have to nip in the bud right away.
Right.
Yeah, so that's all.
But it seems like you're a lot older with your second going through the teen years.
Right.
So the things that you learned from your older son, now you can kind of adjust and...
Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm doing. I just put everything that I did to him. I'm like, all right, now go in your room and bring some book out, go read for an hour. Just because it's just little things that he doesn't do that the other one did, and they're both really intelligent, but there's still ways that I raise them, and then things that I would have them do scholastically at home, and, So I'm like, you gotta stay on top of that.
Right.
But that's
And because their personalities are very different, you have to. Parenting looks different
for each child.
Yes, like each of my kids are completely different, and so it will look like that maybe there's some favoritism, or maybe somebody feels like they're being treated harshly, but it's just different because their personalities are different. And I think any kid looking at the other, they're gonna try to find a way to say, oh, well, you didn't do this or you didn't do that, and we just let them know, like, you're individuals, you know. And so even if they're asking us for something, and they'll start off with, well, you got her such and such, so can you get, and I'm like, start again.
That's not how it works.
Start again, you know, like, tell me what you want for you. Don't say because I did this for this person, you know, because I don't parent that way.
Everybody's needs,
you know,
are different.
I don't. Yeah, everybody's needs are different. Everybody's personality is different. Everybody's wants are different. You know, something that, like I was saying to my husband the other day, that we're probably going to have to go on a vacation by ourselves this year, which will be nice, because this one is already saying, I don't like that. I don't like cruises, or I don't like this, or I don't like. Yeah, and so
who's paying for it?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And so we're at the point now where they're old enough that they can stay home. We're not obligated to feel like
they don't
we
stay
have
home,
to
though.
take somebody.
But watch how fast they like it.
Yeah.
Oh, right. But
I like a cruise.
but I don't even want to have to do that anymore.
Right.
Of forcing kids to go somewhere with us because
really want to go.
and then it's not pleasurable for us because somebody's complaining about something. And so I like, and this is this your first time being able to get away without the kids?
Yeah.
Probably, right? Because most of the time you guys are all together, or Amy is taking them. Yeah. So, you know, once they get old enough that you are able to say, you don't have to go. We're going to go by ourselves and enjoy our time, rather than feeling like you have to accommodate everybody's needs and they're all different.
Right.
You know, that part is tough, especially with 3.
Right.
You know? But even with the 2, it's still difficult.
Yeah.
To try to.
Well, I pretty much put everybody on the same playing field, and depending on their choices that they make will determine the freedoms that they have.
Yeah.
So if they constantly make good choices, you can, be out until 9 o'clock, and I'm not checking your homework; it's already done. Okay, you can pretty much have your own schedule. But if you coming home with C's and D's and missing assignments, you don't have the same freedom as the kid that has enjoyment. Or if you're gone for hours and not checking in next time. So it's all based on how they respond to the freedoms that they get, and the more they show that they're capable, the more they get. And I've just across the board done it for all 4 of them the same way, so they already know. Like I'm not gonna ask, or I know it's gonna be okay if I go and ask, that I'll be able to go, because why can't you go? Right. So
my kids are both good kids, so I never have a problem. They never get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they could do whatever they want,
right?
Which they don't.
Right. They don't take
the oldest one would rather just stay in the house all day and get on his games and just and maybe he's a family person. Maybe he just likes to be close to us.
Yeah.
But
that's nice too.
But then the other one just wants to do everything in the world. But then he's still good. So it's like, I want to be like, no, you can't. But then it's like, but you don't. You're good. So I can't. So it's like I don't want to take it away from him. But I'm like, then it's like I wish you to stay here with like your brother. So I was not used to it. But
is your younger son homeschooled?
No. They're both in school. Yeah. That COVID though. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Because we were at home.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
That gave me the big appreciation for educators, because your kids can act like something totally different when you're trying to teach them the fundamentals.
Right. I felt like I needed to send all the teachers flowers.
Exactly.
That's what everybody was doing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so true.
I'm so grateful for you.
Right.
Yeah.
And then that conversation left, like how everybody was saying, oh, teachers need to be making $1 million a year, and this is so hard. Soon as we were back to school, that conversation was over.
Like, here you go.
Yeah, here's your little, nobody talked about.
But I bet teacher appreciation was a little bit specialer that first year.
I don't think so.
It's actually Teacher Appreciation Week coming up this week.
Oh,
right?
is it?
No, I think it's the following week.
Okay, it's coming up soon.
Yeah.
It's a week and a day for everything these days.
I know. Everything.
That's necessary.
There's a day.
Yeah.
Yes, there is a day for everything now.
Yeah.
Everything.
Hot dog
food.
day.
That's a chicken day. Yeah.
Right.
Donut
Hamburger
day.
Right.
Yeah.
There was something like, if your name is Marvin, today is your day. I was like, what?
Oh, really? That's an actual thing?
Yeah, it was just like I was.
Names now, name days now.
Yeah, like if your name is such and such,
thought that was your
this is your
birthday.
day.
Oh yeah, because they can't think of 300.
I know. There's something.
That's crazy.
And I don't know, did that just come about because of social media?
Yeah, I think so.
I feel
Yeah.
Because
I think so.
before that, nobody
Back in
was,
the day, it wasn't a day. It was just some random like.
everything for everybody. Everybody else wants
right
something.
after Black History Month.
Everybody else wants something.
That's true.
Can I get a day at
I
least?
know.
Can this hot dog get a day though? Can this hot dog get a day though?
Can these donuts get a day? Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Just everybody needs to have a little something, I guess.
I don't know.
Everything.
Everybody
It's
everyone.
weird.
Everything.
Yeah.
Do
everyone.
they? Do they? Is it that necessary? You
I
don't
think it's
think
the
so?
weirdest
I don't think so
I think
either.
it's just clutter, like brain clutter.
Oh, yeah, that's
Just
true.
unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
I can get a discount though. I don't mind it.
I'll take a discount any day.
I
I get a free
National ice cream
cheeseburger,
day.
Oh, yeah, but it's
Burger
ice
King
cream
real
day.
quick,
Right. Come get this free donut.
That's
20%. I get my 20%.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, so there's 5 white kids, right?
Yes, within
Okay.
with us.
And then, so you have one in between you and Deon.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have, so then that means you have 2 older.
I have one older and then
Or the-
two.
or
They're
one
2.
younger.
Yeah, one younger than him.
Okay, so
Sister.
how's the dynamic now? Like, who gets together the most? How do you guys keep in touch? How does it work as
Ooh.
adults?
Mm-hmm. We recently started a group text, like a group.
Yeah, did you start that like the other day?
I think that's what I said. Very recent.
Right on your birthday.
Very
On your birthday.
recent.
It's my birthday.
Got everybody I'm like, who are these people? I don't even got I don't even got the names in my. I don't even know who these people are on this damn. Like, who are all these people?
What I will say is that with 5 kids
Uh-huh.
and with the age gap, there have been times when I can't remember the last time we've all been together.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a very long time.
Is that just because distance?
It's because of distance. It's because of
Whole bunch of
issues.
circumstances.
Yeah. I think there have just been just things that have happened over the years that we haven't been as close as we would like, or even just that we don't live in the same place, or there were so many times like he had mentioned something today on our way over here, and I was like, I don't even remember that. I think too what happened was when our parents would separate, some of us will be with one and then some will be with another, and so
So
there
you guys didn't all stay with your mom?
no.
Oh, that's tricky.
Yeah, we
So some
wouldn't
kids
all
would be with dad and some with mom. And
Yeah.
for a long time?
Yeah, or it would be maybe we'd all be with one and then we get put out. Somebody would get put out, or somebody would leave. There was a lot of back and forth, and I think with that, there was just a lot of time that we weren't together. And then, I'm 6 years older than him, so by the time I was a teenager and a young adult, I was out of the house.
Right.
The youngest is 11 years younger than me, so I think there was just a lot of time.
Yeah.
But I can't remember the last time we were all. I know Deon and I always stay in touch, But even being able to see each other, because I was in Arizona for a long time, and he's up north, and so it's tricky. And I feel like we all have separate relationships with each other.
Yeah, definitely.
Isn't that interesting how as you get older, then, you know, 2 kids will be closer. Or, that's happened in my family as well. I mean, my other 2 sisters are stepsisters, but I was very close to my little sister. So, and then as I became an adult and had kids, and I started getting close to my other sister, and the other one's always out of town. But now we've all kind of come back, you know, in each other's lives as a foursome instead of just like 2 here, 2 there.
Yeah.
But I think, like you said, if there's a lot of chaos going on when the kids are little, it's hard to keep that bond.
Right. And I think too, it's hard now as I certainly had this idea that we were all, especially when I moved back to LA, I was thinking like, oh, we're gonna have soul food Sunday, and we're gonna have not only my siblings, but even my husband's sister, because they have 3 kids as well. And I would always have these ideas that we were gonna get together, that we were gonna travel together, that we were gonna, you know, do all of these things as a family, and that the cousins were gonna grow up together. And so it is sad that it hasn't happened. I know Deon would come out when we were living in LA before, and we had gone to Legoland together with the kids. And so when we can, we try to make it happen, and it's always nice, but it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen as much as we would like.
Well, and plus, I don't think, you know, like our mother was, you know, only child, so we wouldn't have, like, she didn't have siblings, so we didn't have like aunts. Everybody, all of our aunts were play aunts, you know, like hood play aunt, you know. All these women in this house, oh, this your auntie, this your auntie, this your auntie. And you be like, that woman ain't no kin to me. Like, but yeah, then my father, he only has.
He had 2 sisters. They both passed away, but again, they were in a different state.
Yeah, so we never had we never got to see how it's done, really. You know what I'm saying? So even when I got older and I had my kids, like I wanted to be, and when Dawn was having hers, I wanted to be like a great uncle to everybody's children and stuff. And then I had mine, and I wanted everybody to be like, oh, let's go. But then like remembering that and trying to really like bring it together.
Right.
It's like
it takes effort.
It's hard to do.
Yeah, it really does.
It's not knowing how to, like, just not.
Right.
Well, maybe the group chat is the beginning of that.
Maybe.
Dang, you see him responding.
Somebody be quiet over your chat.
You know, because somebody has to be the catalyst.
Well, no, I mean,
You know, and it can start with a Sunday dinner 1 month, and 3 people show up, and then the next thing
whoever
you know, all 5 people show up.
Hey, don't nobody call me, so yeah. And I'm tired of I'm done calling. You know, I obviously. But nobody calling me. So.
Sibling relationships they're interesting, and sometimes they're difficult, you know, especially when you see one person doing something that you don't like, or that their life is not going in a trajectory that you think is good versus yours, you know. You have to kind of bring yourself down to, you know, not necessarily to bring yourself up, doesn't make sense, but bring yourself down so that you can like kind of see things from their perspective, depending on like what's going on in their lives.
And you have to appreciate that people are adults too.
And you have to appreciate,
you know,
that's
sometimes that's hard. Yeah, that's hard for people to swallow that. You know, somebody's an adult living their life and how they see.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily
Yeah, we all have different, like, all of us are different. Like, totally different.
Yeah.
Yes.
And totally different traumas and totally different experiences.
Yeah.
You know?
Very true.
So we're all different.
Yeah.
You know? So
and going in different paces and in different places also.
Right.
So,
but I like what you said about seeing it done, because my father is very close to his siblings, and I've always loved the fact that there's 4 of them, and I have 4 kids, and I try to model that relationship, you know, with the cousins based on what I saw growing up. Yeah. So it's true. You kind of learn, you know, what you've seen.
Yeah, because all of my friends that have like big families and lots of cousins, and they're always like, their family life is just way different, and I, you know, I envy it. You know, like I really like it, and like you know, I'm like, oh, this is so nice.
Do you have like a play set of family, like somebody that's not necessarily related to you, but like
I have like, you know, I have
Like your like
lots
a best
of play
friend
mothers,
who has kids
you know,
and
like,
stuff like that. Oh yeah,
lots
and
of
like
play
you
mothers,
adopted
like-
them as your family.
Oh yeah, and like you have friends that you know.
And you have your dad friends up there. I mean, like your friends that are also dads.
Oh, not many.
Yeah, how does that work with, because I know you primarily took care of your kids when they were little, right?
Right.
So how did that work, being an at-home dad and making dad friends? Like, were you at the park with all the moms?
Yeah, I mean, it was all that. I didn't really have, like, I was just worrying about mine, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all, I was focused everything into that, you know what I'm saying? So, try to make him as best as I could. You know,
Right.
Better than me. So, I was really just focusing on being a parent. You know,
Right.
like, I didn't care about friends then I moved out there, I didn't have anybody, you know, then eventually, like, years later, I was like, hold on, I'm out here for this many years and I don't have any friends out here, you know? And then I started, like, forcing myself. Remember I told you about I have to get out and do something. Like,
Right,
I have no friends. But eventually I started meeting people at the schools.
Right.
You know, I would teach and stuff and, you know, do little programs at the schools. And I'll meet parents. Then you know, exchange numbers, and then there's always those fears of I don't want to, you know, you don't want them, you have to be on your P's and Q's when you're around them because, you know, you don't want to hinder your children's relationships and everything.
Right.
So it's like, that was kind of weird, but then you start finding people at like a bar or something, and you're like, oh, okay, well, yeah, we go get a drink together, man. You know, but then, you know, you get, and then still you're meeting people as a grown up, and sometimes it's different, you know, you're not like a kid where you just, oh, I like you, let's be best friends, you know, it's like, it's just weird, and then next thing you know, you're like, oh, I need to keep this away from my house. No. No, he can still be his friend. I just don't like his daddy no more. You know,
Right.
So yeah, but I don't have too many male friends with kids or they have kids and they just, you know, like my situation. I don't know too many men that, you know, take care of theirs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which is sad. But yeah, the ones that do, I'm fully there for support and advice all the time, you know, but it's weird not having friends that, you know, I could talk about it, like parenting with. But
now, you didn't hang out with any females? Like, say if you went to the park and your kids on the swing set, and you're sitting there and talk to whoever's
you know,
around.
Yeah, I mean, but never like, you know, like a play date, like, oh, you coming on? I come on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Right.
Oh, okay, well, you know, that's about it. But that was it. That stuff would be weird, but yeah, sometimes. Sometimes it'd be the ladies pushing the strollers, and they're like all deep with their big hats, and then next thing you know, they just circled you, you know.
Right, exactly. Want to know all your business.
And now even they're like, girl.
Do they ever pull you into the gossip?
Oh yeah. That's when I'm like, oh. Think like Michael will come in. Michael will come at the right time. I'm like, oh my God, I got you, boy. I got you.
You're not like the designated swing pusher.
Oh yeah, no, I become that.
Yeah.
Because I don't really like too many female conversations. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually they go left, and you're like, I don't want to be in this conversation anymore. I don't want to hear this no more.
But what would mothers start doing that would make you uncomfortable? What would they start?
Whatever they talk about, most likely it'll be something like physical. Something like physical.
But they be like, do I look fat?
Or it's just some. It starts getting on there. It starts getting on something. Yeah, it starts getting like, like stuff that's like,
I can't imagine that.
Seems like a girl bathroom conversation. Just be them girls. Because you know, women get comfortable when they get together. They start talking about all kinds of stuff. And well, I'm gonna. I'm walking this way.
That's weird.
My phone ringing.
Yeah, we would. Our park dates would get, you know.
Yeah, we had a friend that we all would hang out together. It was 4 of us. But they would always make play date appointments, and then she would send her husband. So Dawn would be sitting at the park waiting for our friend, and then her husband.
That was my park husband. Yeah. That's what I used to call him. My park husband.
What else did you used to call
my park husband. And it was funny because my husband was always working.
Right.
And so sometimes my son would say, oh, are we going to the park with such and such dad?
Right.
And and his own dad would be sitting there like, I mean, like he knew,
Yeah.
you know, that they were friends too. But I could tell also that it hurt his feelings that he wasn't available in that way to be there at the park with his son, and his son was asking for someone else's dad. And I would never know. I think maybe it was only one time that our friend was like, "Oh, I'm gonna send, you know, my husband," because she when that would happen, she was very pregnant. Like she was very pregnant with their second baby.
Right.
And so
that used to just crack us
yeah,
up.
I'm thinking she's coming, and then here comes the husband. And her husband was much younger than her.
Was she on bed rest or something?
She put herself on bed rest.
Right.
Her husband,
go out there and
her
play with Don
husband
and Landon.
was young, handsome, and rich.
Nowhere like no other female.
Young, handsome, and very rich. And I was like, why is she sitting? and I think
Because I'm handsome and well.
and I think the other thing was, I felt like she didn't think I was a threat. Like she wasn't thinking.
You're like, wait a minute.
I'm thinking like, why do you trust me so much with this?
To it.
A little bit. I mean, of course, I was married too. I wasn't about to like
That
come
is
on
funny.
to the man.
That's the way you thought of it?
But I thought like,
how dare you?
like you don't think like you just sending him out here into the world all by his lonesome?
You'll finance husband?
You send the baby boy out here all by yourself?
She's out here with everybody else. He'll be okay.
No.
And so yes, I did wonder like, park husband.
So
Yes.
you were someone's park husband, Deon.
I don't know.
Not that you know.
Or that like school. At school, like I could think like at school, like when I would be teaching and stuff, I would think like there's women like those they get all together and they talk. I know they would talk about me, so I was probably something up at school. So.
Somebody like you.
Yeah.
That's so funny. So now your oldest son is away, right, at college, or he's in college?
No, he's in college, but he's doing 1 year community, so he's still at home. And
Okay.
still, I'm driving him every day. The boy don't want to get his license yet.
Oh, okay.
sounds
You
like,
know, he could have a car,
like
he
his
could, you know.
cousin, like his cousin.
But on top of that, I think he just loves being around me.
Oh my
And
goodness.
that little extra time in the car, like,
Oh.
because he's, I've driven him to school every day, pretty much every day of his life.
Uh-huh.
Mary's mother, so yeah.
Oh.
So it's fine. It's nice. Sometime we wouldn't have together.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say because, I stayed home early on with my kids too, and I look back now, when they were toddlers and just all that time. I'm like, I'm so happy that I didn't miss those moments.
Right. Yeah.
And so for you as a dad, now that one of your kids is technically an adult, do you feel a sense of relief? Like, I was there the whole way through. I didn't have to miss anything.
I mean, I'm proud of myself, and I'm I cherish every moment that I have,
Yeah.
and I've had with him. And I love being with him and all the time that I spend with him too. I love all that. So yeah, totally, I love it.
But also, it's a chance for you to still stay in his ear.
Oh, that's
Whatever's
good.
going on at school,
Yeah.
women, females, all of those
And
different
the
things.
older one, of course, that's the one you get like, you gotta, it's like chip away,
Yeah.
so hard to get something out of them,
Yeah. What type of advice do you give them?
Oh, well, I'm not gonna tell y'all like the good stuff.
The general.
But just be a good human being, a real
Yeah.
man, especially what's going on in this day and age and how society, like man and the woman, are getting pushed further away from each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like I try to let them know, like, stay in your manhood. Don't let nobody try to feminize you.
That's so
or
good.
bring you down or whatever. Believe in what you believe in, and don't let nobody else try to, conform you to something else or
That's
think
so
that what's
important.
going on right now is with the real world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the main thing I'm teaching them now, and just be a great person. And I'm not raising no punks, no suckers. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Be a real
important
man.
because you keep hearing about the stupid toxic masculinity. I don't buy into none of that.
Right.
And
Some
you
people
need to
just use it. Some
continue
people
to
just using
build
it.
men up to be men because there's nothing wrong with being masculine. There's nothing wrong with
There has
having.
to be that. It has to be
Yeah.
that difference. Because then we just gonna be all hermaphrodites chilling. chill in the room, like wearing each other clothes. You know what I'm saying? Using each other razors and stuff. You know, like, what the hell?
Being there together.
What's going on? What's going on in this world today? Yeah.
Right.
That is so funny.
It's sad. It's sad.
Well, cheers to the men in the world. Raise a glass or a bottle. Thank you, Deon, so much for coming by and talking with us.
Cheers.
Don's baby brother. You guys look just like, does the rest of them look like you too?
Pretty much.
All the white kids.
All the
I
white
like
kids.
saying that.
I know you do.
All right, you guys. Catch us on the next episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Woo-hoo.
Say bye, Deon.
Bye.
Bye.